Those early pecan? Right there. Oh, okay. Thank you. Hey guys. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Look, happy Monday. If you're not having a happy Monday, please find a way to have a Monday that's happy, that's joyful, joyous. Okay? Because I just saw too much stuff today that's just not good. So y'all find a way to be happy if you can. Hey Vanessa, how you doing? Just find a way to be happy if you can, okay? Please find a way to be happy, or at least to try to be like, oh my gosh, I just saw so much different stuff on here today. And a lot of it was sad. Well, all of it was, not all of it, but I don't know, y'all. Just, you know, please utilize social media for social media, okay? Hey sis, hey Donna, how you doing? Yeah, I just saw stuff on here today that's really heartbreaking. And I'm just gonna say, like, relationships, okay? Friendships, family ships, social media ships, and my oh my, these YouTube ships. It is not worth your sanity. It is not worth your peace, okay? It's just not. Like, we all are human. We all have our ways, right? I have always been of the notion, if you cannot get along, move along, okay? I ain't on here trying to tell nobody to get along or to make peace, because I got people I don't trust, I won't ever trust. We all have those people, right? But as adults, you're sick, Donna? You think you got strep? What's going on? You got a temp? Vanessa says, hey, Angel Eyes. Angel Eyes says, hello. Sis, do you have a temp? Is your throat, if you can look at the back of your throat, can you tell me, do you have like white strips or white pockets on the back of your throat? Your temp is 101? Triple darkness, stay active. Hello, thank you for those cute emojis. You do have those pockets on the back of your throat? You need to go and have it tested. If you can actually see them, then you definitely need to go have it tested. I know your doctor's office is probably closed right now, but if you can get to one of those emergency centers, yes, we pray you feel better, Donna. Vanessa says we pray you feel better. You feel bad? You need to go to one of those emergency centers, Donna. Or urgent care, yeah, and just let them swab it. And let them swab it, and just let them test it to see. Like now, especially if you have a temp that's 101, and even if it comes back negative in office, go to your doctor, see if you can walk in tomorrow, and let them do another one. But if it's positive tonight, God forbid it's positive, they can get you started on some antibiotics. Ask them, do they have any samples, just in case the pharmacy, unless you guys have an all-night pharmacy. If you have an all-night pharmacy, then you'll be able to go there. But just in case you don't have an all-night pharmacy, go to one of those urgent cares and see if they can get you a prescription. Because even if the test is negative, once they look at your throat, they'll be able to discern whether or not you need antibiotics. I wasn't feeling like this yesterday. I felt it this morning. It wasn't as sore as it is now, and I have a headache. Is there an urgent center that's open near you? And take some Tylenol. Have you taken Tylenol? Oh my gosh, if he doesn't stop with that. And YouTube, I am not assessing, diagnosing, treating, or evaluating. But for informational purposes, Tylenol does seem to help with the fever. Okay? And I'm speaking specifically to Angel Eyes. Thank you, Triple Darkness. You took some Excedrin? Okay. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I was trying to get away from that music. He is blasting his music. So yes, we're not diagnosing, we're not treating, we're not assessing or evaluating, but with what's going on for informational purposes only, YouTube, we are telling Donna to seek medical help because she has said that she thinks she has strep. You're welcome, you're welcome. I mean, are you going to try to hold out until tomorrow, Donna, or are you going to go ahead and try to find the urgent clinic? As long as you can keep your temp down, continue to do that. And maybe go first thing in the morning. If you can keep your temp down, try to do that and go first thing in the morning. But if you feel like you need to go now, regardless, go now. Yeah, so y'all, it's just, I seen some stuff on here. And now Donna is not feeling good. What in the world? Well, we're praying that you feel better soon. Are you drinking a lot of fluids? Triple Darkness, where are you from? I haven't seen you before. Is this a new name or do you have an old name? Thank you for coming into the chat and thank you for giving Donna, well wishes. I haven't seen you before, but welcome to the chat. We're about positivity over here. We try to encourage each other and motivate each other to move, keep moving consistently for at least 30 minutes each day, whether it's walking, jogging, running, skipping, jumping rope, skating, dancing, walking around your room, walking around your house. If you get too hot, you can run right inside, walking around the block, riding your stationary bike, riding your regular bike, your elliptical, your treadmill, swimming. I just named about 15 things, so we just encourage people to be active, okay? Active. Cardiovascular activity, at least 30 minutes each day, non-stop, constantly moving, go at your own pace. And as always consult your primary healthcare provider before starting, restarting, or even ending an exercise routine, plan, regimen, okay? Contact your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, your occupational therapist, your physical therapist, your specialty doctors, if you have any special issues going on, your nutritionist, your fitness trainer, your wellness trainer, and try to at least get you 2 to 3 days of resistance weight training during the week. Thank you for joining live tonight. Yes. We appreciate you. We won't be on. I'm not going to be on here that long. Try to about another 20 minutes. So I appreciate you guys for coming in. And Donna, please, gargle. Do you have some, maybe use some salt water and gargle. Some warm salt water and gargle until you can get to who you need to see. Please be respectful of the live stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. Contact your primary care. Yes, primary care provider before beginning any exercise regimen. Please, please, please. I looking at a video last night, going through my videos. We have always encouraged that. We will continue to encourage that. Okay? And before doing anything that you see me do on a short or in a live, just know that each person is different. Okay? Don't try to do what the next person does, just like the next person shouldn't try to do what you do. Know your limits, but work hard at increasing your endurance, your stamina, and just your mental state. Your mental state, because it all helps your mental state as well. Okay? Chloroseptic lunges. Okay. Hi, Reginald. Welcome into the chat. How are you? Okay. So hopefully, you said you do think that can get you through the night until in the morning. Because I know you would rather see your own primary care provider. But if you get to the point where you just don't, where you feel like you need to go ahead and go. Go ahead and go. So we're praying that once you see the doctor, hey, they're going to hook you up and you'll be on the mend. You'll be on the mend. Guys, be careful, okay? Be careful, because there is a certain bug that we all know, a recent bug that has been on the rise, okay? It's been on the rise, especially on the West Coast, but you never know. You never know where it is. People travel, people travel, people come in contact. You could be in the grocery store, your local grocery store, and somebody in front of you or behind you could be somebody who's from Canada. It could be somebody from New York in for the holidays or just in vacationing. So just be careful, okay? Be as careful as you can. Donna says, thank God I had a lot of them left. Yes, over after my spine surgery. They went through my throat. Oh, okay. Vanessa says, yes. This plate in my neck makes me have a bad sore throat at times. Okay, I got you. So it's good. It is good that you had a, what the word? Y'all like a power line down? Yes, always make sure you keep those handy. Y'all, I don't know what. See, we're going to have to jump over. We're going to jump over that. I mean, it is down all the way across from one pole to the other. So the cars are rolling over it. I don't know what kind of line it is, but I hope it's not a dangerous one. Oh yeah, Don, I had to stop for a second. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I saw some stuff on here earlier that just I didn't feel good about it. And things can get really bad, y'all. Things just can get. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, I had to go across that, and step over that. Things can get really bad between people. And like I said, love on your family, okay? Love your real family, your blood family. I know a lot of times blood family, they do you wrong too. But I'm talking about your kids, your parents, your siblings, your husbands, your wives, your real friends, and we're all going to fall out. Like, even in your real life, they're going to fall out. But I mean, some ships sink, right? So if it's a ship that hadn't been, long established, there are people who have known each other their whole lives, okay? Cousins, siblings, they've grown up and known each other, school friends since kindergarten, and they're now adults. They fall out, and sometimes you come to realize that you didn't know a person like you thought you knew a person, and sometimes you come to realize that maybe the person changed, maybe you changed, right? Yes, Donna, it is. It's for all of this kind of stuff. And it's like I always say, I own my flaws. I get mad quickly. My patience are snap short. But I'm a Leo. And that's one trait we were talking about, the other day. Some of us think a lot about astrology and some of us don't. But what I will say is that there are some characteristics of the Leo sign that I do exhibit. But there are some characteristics of the Scorpio sign that I exhibit. My mother's a Scorpio, okay? My father is a Pisces. There are some signs of that because if you're like your parents at all, you may or may not have the same sign. So I know a lot of people aren't into that, but I'm not really big into it. But I will say that there are times when those characteristics of your sign, if you know which ones apply to you. Patience or short. Will get mad quickly. And I'm going to speak what I feel. Okay? And a lot of times when you speak what you feel, you're not liked. But see, I'd rather not be liked because you'll know off the rip than to be liked because you have a misconception or you feel like I'm fake. I'm going to always try to keep it positive. And I think sometimes people get that misconstrued and think that that means push over or be nice. No, it means I'm gonna shoot from the hip and I'm gonna always keep it real. Sometimes I try to temper certain things, but y'all, I've seen some things on here today that I have nothing to do with, and it's just sad. It just really made me sad. Yes, Donna, we are, and but we have the biggest hearts for those we love. And those we love sometimes can't stand us the most. But the one thing they'll tell you is that when we need to move for them, we're going to move for them. But it takes somebody who really knows us to know that. But a lot of people will tell you they're pompous, they're arrogant, they got an attitude. Some of us do, but some in every sign do. But the characteristics I most identify with is being real. I'm just going to shoot it straight to you. If I feel like this is what's happening, I feel like this is what's happening. That's just how I am. It's the Leo in me, and that's why I say I claim the Scorpio in me, that is my mother, and the Pisces, that is my father. Yeah, Pisces is a fish, but Pisces are Pisces. And it ain't no other sign like a Pisces, I'm telling you. And a lot of times Pisces and Leos clash. But hell, a lot of times Leos and Leos clash. A lot of times Leos clash. Because sometimes those characteristics apply to you so much that you guys can either like really click and get along or you really clash. And that can be anybody. But I just saw stuff on here today that really saddened me. Relationships that went left. And you know what I'm saying? Like, don't trust people you don't know. Okay? Donna says, I can vouch for that. My sister is really protective of me. Oh my God. Yes, I'm telling you, it's like, and your sister, if your sister is anything like me, we can get in a knockdown, drag out fight as sisters. But I'm going to protect my siblings. I don't care if it's from somebody else or something else. I could be mad as fire with them. It doesn't matter. And that's anybody, like our siblings, friends, our frenemies, those who were friends and now they're our enemies. If we see something that's not right, we're gonna be protective of them when it comes, to certain things. So if we're that protective of other people, then people should realize that's how we are of ourselves, and that's why we speak the way we speak. That's why we come off the way we come off. I'm not about that fake stuff. I'm just gonna, if I see something, I'm gonna call it how I see it, or call it the way it is. Because a lot of times people try to play around things like they aren't what they are, but they are. If that makes sense, they try and play around things, acting like they aren't what they are, but you know what they are. You see it. Some people just aren't quick to call things out, and we are. I think Virgos are like that too, and I think Scorpios are like that. I really do. Vanessa says, facts. Angel says, my brother that passed was a Pisces. Really? Be right back. Roxy is nagging me to go outside. Lord. Roxy ready to go outside. So, I just saw some stuff on here, and I'm not going to say what it is, because actually I saw 2 or 3 things today on here. And it just made me sad. It just made me sad, because I think a lot of times when it comes to these relationships, YouTube ships, social media ships. People are too invested. People are too invested. And people, you know what? I'll say it like this. When it comes to some of these social media ships, people are too invested. And sometimes it's not a matter of really being too invested. It's just that one party is more invested than the other. Sometimes it can be that way. Sometimes both parties can be overly invested, and sometimes one party can be more invested than the other, and then things turn out not working out so well. Okay? Nobody who you've never actually met in person, I'm not going to say they can't be your friend, but y'all know how people do things. You know what I'm saying? Like, people do bad things. And just think, people that you really know, that you interact with all the time, sometimes people are known to do bad things. So imagine somebody that you've only conversed with, right? Over the phone or online. You just never know. You never know. So it's not too good to become overly invested. And once you feel that happening, truth be told, pull away. You know, and again, I'm not saying that people can't form good bonds and relationships. People have gotten married offline, right? People have started relationships online, lasted for a while, and they ended, just like any other relationship. I'm not saying you cannot develop a relationship. What I'm saying is you have to be really, really careful with developing online relationships. Because even after some years, you've never met this person online. You know, you've maybe been on the phone with them. They've heard your family. It may seem like they know your kids. You know their kids. You know their spouse. They know your spouse. It may be like that. That's the interaction you have. And that's somebody you might say you'll never cross. All of that stuff. And then one day, boom. One day, boom. You know, and then all of those feelings start coming out like, well, I didn't know you anyway. Guess what? That's true. That's true. That's true. So I'm not saying that you cannot develop strong bonds and friendships. But just don't expect for that to be like the normal. Don't expect that the next 2 or 3 people you encounter in a chat can be, you know what I'm saying? Like you can talk to people and develop relationships, but don't think that they're going to be so strong until they are strong, if that makes sense. Okay? Donna says, I'm back. Please remind me she's outside. Please. Okay, we will. Vanessa says, okay, Angel. Angel says, I have met some beautiful ladies on this app. Yes, and see, and that's the thing, Donna, what I saw today, it was like I saw a sisterhood break. I saw what I thought was a sisterhood, and what I think thought was a sisterhood, I saw it break. And it wasn't a few months old, a couple of years old. It was a few years old. But it was a sisterhood established from the app. So that's what I'm saying. You can develop some really strong, beautiful relationships, whether they be friendships, sisterships, YouTube, or just simply a YouTube ship. Love, people have found love on this app. But don't think that that's the norm. Don't think that that's the norm. Hey, you know, Bros Little Adventures. Are you Bros? Bro Brillington. Are you bro? Hey, Stefan. Welcome to the chat, Stefan, bro. I didn't see you come in. Yes, Donna, it is very much possible. But it's so sad when I saw what I saw today, it just makes me, it's another reminder that keep that circle, keep it like a dot, like keep it like a dot. Because I'm talking about, and it wasn't just one YouTube ship. I saw 2 in 2 totally different areas of the app just break today. And today wasn't the day that the break started, but it just broke today. It broke today. One was males, one was females. And another one, there was a third one that was on the verge of breaking. But I think they salvaged that. I think they salvaged that. So just be careful, y'all. Just be careful. You know, you are drawn to who you're drawn to. You know, you are drawn to who you're drawn to. But that's why I always feel like let people know how you are up front. If you let people know how you are up front, what your flaws are, what you like, what you don't like, I think that turns out better. I honestly think it turns out better. That's just like Donna. Donna comes in here and lets us know off the rip. She don't like to just have these arguments and these discussions. You know, she'll let you know on her channel. Even when she tells us about situations she's been in through her life in person where she just popped off. And you know, and she's talked about other people getting her, trying to help her to release that, to not be that way. So that's why I say we should be able to, at some point in life, acknowledge our flaws, because only we can work on them. You know, only you can work on your flaw. Stefan speaking to everybody. He says, hey, Vanessa. Hey, Angel. Vanessa says, hey, bro. Ty. Thank you. I said Ty. Thank you. Bro, you changed your name. Why you change? I've been looking for you. Why you change your name? I mean, that's your choice. I just wondered if you changed it for a reason. Yes, I'm working on me. I'm a work in progress. The temper is bad. Yes. See, mine, Donna, mine too. That's why I start being silly. I'll start being silly and doing, that's just the way I've kind of started to deal with certain things that really would have just made me do something I didn't want to do. Because a lot of times, no matter who you are, if you have a conscience, if you do something that you really did out of anger, if you have a conscience, you will look back and regret what you did. You know, if you have a conscience, if you do something out of anger, if you have a conscience, you may not, hey Betty, welcome into the chat. You may not always be able to apologize to that person. You may not always be able to say, hey, yeah, I did wrong. And a lot of times we can't do that because we feel like, yeah, I did wrong, but they did me wrong too. And so then that's where that stubbornness comes into, play. But some people aren't that stubborn. Some people will release it. You know, they'll say they apologize, whether you apologize back or not, and they just move on. You know, they just move on because they don't want that weighing on them. But when you know you've done something, because see, a lot of times people are the type that when you do something to irritate them, they will do something more drastic, okay? They'll do something more drastic. So to keep me from doing something like that, I try to be petty and silly when I know someone's done me wrong or done me a wrong or done me a disservice. Because if you have a conscience, even if you think that you were done wrong, if you do something that you shouldn't do, if you have a conscience, you're going to look back and you're going to wish you hadn't have done it. And guess what? Once it's done, it's done. We can't take it back. Once it's done, it's done. We can't take it back. All we can do is for believers, repent, ask for forgiveness, and show true repentance through our actions. Show true repentance through our actions. Now, does that mean we're going to be perfect? No. But that's all you can do once you've done something that you shouldn't have done out of anger. That's all you can do. Everybody speaking of retirement days, thank you. Again, hi, Reginald. Donna says, welcome in, Reginald. Okay, that was just about to ask you. I was trying to wait for about 10 minutes. But go ahead, Donna, get Roxy, because we don't want you to forget. Roxy will be at that door barking. So, you guys, and I say all this stuff to say, you don't have to let somebody walk all over you. I'm definitely not saying that. The Leo/Scorpio Pisces in me is telling you, don't let people walk all over you. All right? Okay? But instead of walking into them and clashing, which sometimes that happens, but when you can, okay, instead of walking into them and clashing, just walk the other way. If you can, just walk the other way. right? You know what the meme is? I got a meme that I got to go up. You won't start a fight. You know, you'll walk a mile away from one. But once one starts, it starts. You know? So sometimes just try to figure out how to walk away from a fight. Even if you have feelings, you know, even if you have those feelings that led up to the fight, even if you still have those feelings. Because again, I saw a YouTube ship today too that just went haywire. And it was awful. It was heartbreaking. You know, it was heartbreaking. Especially with the women. And I don't care, you know, it was the one that happened with the men, it was heartbreaking as well. Because there's nothing, you know, a brotherhood, a brothership is just as important as sisterhoods, sisterships, YouTube ships. But the thing about the app is, don't allow somebody to get you that angry that your blood pressure is sky high. Because even if you don't suffer from high blood pressure or hypertension, when you're that mad, your blood pressure goes up. Your heart rate goes up. How many of you guys have, when you've gotten really angry or really ticked off, you felt your heartbeat or felt it more so than normal? You felt your pulses. You felt certain pulses just pulsating. You know? So anytime you're in an argument, even if it is on this app, when you're that mad, you feel your heart beating faster. You feel the pulsation become heavier. You need to let that go. You need to let that go. If you can't keep it petty and keep it silly, simple and cute, let it go. And even after that, after so long, let it go. Unless you have to defend yourself. Because you know, you can't tell people how to defend themselves. They may defend themselves in a way that you wouldn't do it, but we just simply can't tell people how to defend themselves. Because some people don't stop, some people won't stop. But I just say, to me, the key has always been, if you can't get along, one, get it on or move on. So this is an app. It's social media. So don't get it on, just move on. Move on. Vanessa says you're welcome. Let me see. Oh, okay. Vanessa, she in. Thank you. She was barking. Donna says, I'm witness to, I've passed out before. When your blood pressure, you start to get that mad, and I've heard anger today, and I know that was that type of anger. Your vital signs start to get out of whack. You know, like I said, you may not, nobody's taking your blood pressure, nobody's taking your temperature, nobody's taking your heart rate. But if you can feel it, and you're in that much of a rage, if you're in that much of a rage, just let it go. Even if you just have to just drop whatever it is, wherever it is, let it go. Calm down. Come back and have a conversation later. Or don't have a conversation at all. Especially if it's somebody who doesn't feed into you daily. Like, they're not your spouse. They're not your children. They're not your parents. They're not your siblings. They're not your neighbor even. You know, I think a lot of us should focus more on establishing better relationships with people within the community that we live in, instead of cyber communities. Okay? Instead of cyber communities. Okay, because what I saw today it was heartbreaking, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was heartbreaking. It was two people who I never thought I would see that way. Hey Jill, welcome into the chat. Happy Monday. Yes, Donna, walk away. And when you walk away, don't try to pull other people with you. You know, let people decide about people for themselves. Because whatever you're disgruntled about, you know, maybe that person will develop a pattern. Maybe that person has a pattern. But whatever you're disgruntled about, just walk away. And don't treat other people funny because they have a falling out with somebody that you rock with. Because what? It's still social media. And like I said, today, the guys, I saw the two guys that got into it, heartbreaking. It's just as bad when they get into it as when I saw the two ladies. It was heartbreaking. And like I said, these were ladies who had a long-term YouTube ship. Okay? And see, that's why I say I don't like, It's just the Leo in me. I'm not gonna be fake. I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you what I feel is fake. I'm gonna tell you what I feel is real, and I'm just gonna straight shoot. Cause I don't want fake around me. Anything that does something to me, I don't want it around me. And from the argument that I saw today, it was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of talking, a lot of, a lot of things that people thought they had got past, and they didn't get past it. And so it came back out, and it just blew up. It just blew up. And y'all, I hated to see it because it was I'm saying a YouTube ship, but I really think that was a friendship. And I know I keep saying, like, you can't really decide. People have gotten married off of these apps, like I said. But there are people in your real life that you went to school with, that you went to college with, and you end up finding out 10 years down the road that you really never knew them. So just imagine the people on social media. Okay? Just imagine people on social media. And I didn't cry, but I'm telling you, it just had me feeling I was really emotional when I saw them go at each other like that. I was really emotional. It was really emotional seeing them go at each other like that. And I hope amongst all hope that they get it together. I really hope they get it together. But from some of the things I saw that were said, I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know that that's going to happen. So best case scenario, I hope that they can at least be able to move on. Jill says you have to stay neutral and call out the BS when you see it. Nip it in the bud. Jill says, yep. Donna says, other people's fight is not my fight. To fight, I'm a leader, not a follower. Yes, life is too short. Jill says, that's right, Angel. Donna says, adults have a conversation if it's worth fixing, Yes, if it's worth fixing, And see, one thing I don't do, and I saw a lot of it, and I've seen it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, like I told y'all, you gotta own your flaws. Hell yeah, I'll throw some subliminals. I'll be petty. But I'm doing that so that I don't do something that I shouldn't do. I do that because if I feel like somebody is poking me, and then I confide or tell somebody and they don't see it, I'm like, you're not gonna see it because it's not you. I see it. I know. And I know how our relationship or YouTube ship is. So I'll just be petty because it is social media. Because if I get mad enough, then something will be done that I'll later wish I hadn't done. Okay? So before you go that far, doing things that you know that you would regret later, don't do that. Just like I said, my granddad said, you're going to do two things. You're going to get it on or you're going to move on. You're on social media. You're not going to get it on unless you really do plan to meet up. And that's a jail ticket for both of y'all. Okay? That's a jail ticket for both of you. So just move on. Move on. And like I said, people, you can't tell people what to do, and you can't tell people how to fight, even if whether you agree with them or not. When somebody feels pressed, they feel pressed. When somebody feels pressed, they feel pressed. And the thing about it today, y'all, when I saw the two guys get into it, y'all, if they had been in each other's presence, that would have been a knockdown drag out. And I rarely see guys get into it on YouTube. I'm sure it happens. It happened today. I'm sure it happens because it happened today. But I rarely see guys get into it that bad as what I saw today on YouTube. I see them throw shots or shade or, be silly. Because most times men tend to think of it as what it is. It's an app. I can't touch it, so I might as well just, like I say, men can be petty. Like they just be petty or whatever. But today, if those two could have been in each other's presence, it would have been awful. With the women, I think they would have walked away. But the thing about the women is that it was just sad because I've never seen them be anything other than sisterly. I've never seen them be anything other than sister-like. Donna says other people's, okay, Jill said, that's right. Okay, I saw that. Donna says adults have a conversation if it's, yep. Lions, I can't take it. We going to urgent care. This pain, yes, okay, it's gonna, yep, it can raise your blood pressure. It hurts. Go ahead and go, Donna. Y'all, we are praying for Donna to feel better. I'm praying that it's not strep, but if you've seen the back of your throat and you've seen those pockets, Donna, make sure that they give you the test. Okay, make sure that they give you the test. Vanessa says, okay, Angel Eyes. Yes, make sure that they give you the test. And you know, when you go in, I'm sure they'll be able to, but when you go in, ask them, are they equipped? Do they have the test to test you for it? So yes, y'all, like I said, I was supposed to be about 30 minutes today because I've been watching some stuff all day. I've been at work, and then I was trying to watch at work, and y'all know I don't like to be on the phone when I'm at work because I end up blocking people. Like there was people I couldn't see in the chat, and I know what it was. I done tapped it. I got to go into my studio somewhere and see who I blocked by mistake because I had my earbud in, and I can usually keep it concealed, keep it hidden. But I just saw two sisters today, and they're not sisters. Like I said, you got to be careful with the way you use the word sister. But I'm just saying, generally speaking, it's like a sisterhood, a sistership, a YouTube ship. I'll just stick to a YouTube ship. And I never thought it would. I always thought that if anything came up, that the YouTube audience wouldn't know about it. Or if they found out about it, it would be after everything was cool and kosher and copacetic, okay? But no, it was horrible today. I hate it. I hated to see it. And it just made me think, it just made me think sometimes some of the stuff that you see other people go through can make you think about the way some of the things that you may have, other things you've seen, or some ways you may feel. And it makes you think about some of the things that you may do. Because like I said, we're human. And when you feel poked and poked, sometimes you will do something out of character. Jill said, has praying hands. Thank you. Feel better, Angel Eyes. Thank you, Jill, so much. So sometimes you will do things, that are out of your character. Especially when somebody makes you angry. So I don't know. Maybe it was the best thing to be done in the open. And hopefully that'll be it. Hopefully that'll be it. That'll be all. Because, people are people and we're all different. What I might not do, the next person might do. What the next person might not do, I might do. So, I don't know. Like I said, I just couldn't believe it. The day started off like, something just told me a lot of times when I first get to work, my notifications are always off anyway. So I really don't know until I look at the phone. I don't have loud notifications for social media. But I looked because I had a little bit of downtime, and I'll say from about 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, it was on all day today. It was on all day today. And I was like, what is going on? What is it? What's in this? Is something in the water? I'm talking about people getting into it. I'm talking about not no subliminals, not no on the community wall, and not no, in the videos being made. I'm talking about panels, and it was just a lot. It was just a lot. And then I'm thinking it'll be done 2 hours later. It's still going. Then I see another notification, and it's two guys. And I'm like, geez, what is going on? So, yeah. Y'all don't let, and I say this, what do I always say? One of the other things that I always say over here, easier said than done. Try not to let it get you that mad in that instant. Try not to. And that's really all you can do. You just try not to. Try not to let it get you that mad in that instant. And then again, like I said, maybe it needed to happen on the panel. I don't know. Maybe it needed to happen on the panel. But I have found that to be petty, be a little silly, that helps prevent me from doing things that I probably would normally do if I'm really mad. But everything that I've done that I shouldn't have done, it never fails. The things that I do that I shouldn't do out of anger, I always look back on those things and regret it. I always look back on those things and regret it. And there was no, oh, take it this way or take it that way or be a little petty. It wasn't that. I think this app has really kind of calm me down a little bit, because it's never been that. It's been make them feel how you feel. But see, sometimes people don't consider your feelings that much to really know how you feel. So I think, I don't know, I just think when you know you, because you know you better than anybody else does, that you need to find a way, especially when it comes to YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, Insta, whatever. Find a way, to deal with the things that people do to you, or the ways that they pick with you. Find a way to do it and make it funny, make it petty, unless they just go too far. Unless they go through too far. And then when they go too far, you got to do you. You got to do you. You can't tell people how to fight, no matter what you think about the fight, no matter what you think is wrong about it. If I see two going at it, I can think one is totally wrong, but know that they did do something. Because see, every reaction draws an opposite and not so equal reaction. So a lot of times the thing is that every action draws an opposite and equal reaction. No, the reaction may not always be so equal. Okay? So when you come to the apps, I don't know, just try to stay away from people that you don't click with anymore. Because that's what I saw today. I saw two falling outs bad and one potential that got solved. And I was so glad to see the one that got solved, y'all. And the thing about it is I saw the two bad ones first. All three of them were bad. But the third one got worked out. So at least by the time it was time for me to get off work, I think it was like, it was like right before it was time for me to get off work. I was like, at least something good happened. At least something good happened. Stefan says, I think I need to take a nap. I'm feeling lightheaded. Good night. Are you really, Stefan? Oh my goodness. Angel's throat. Now you're feeling lightheaded. Y'all be safe, okay? Be safe. When you go to your doctors, check your lab work, check your minerals, your vitamins, and check all that stuff. And try to stay out of the heat. Because a lot of it is just temperature. Sometimes even the simple up and down of a temperature being so hot outside and then walking into a department store that's freezing. People say you catch a cold because you encountered a virus. Yeah, but when your body has a drop or increase that much in temperature, what are you going to start doing? Sneezing, coughing, all kinds of stuff. So just try to be careful. If you feel like you need to have on your protective equipment, your gloves, your mask, do so. Don't let anybody tell you what to wear or what you shouldn't be wearing. Do what you need to do to feel comfortable, okay? Do what you need to do to feel comfortable. If you feel like you need to put on your mask, put it on. If you feel like you need to put on your gloves, put it on. Whatever you need to feel like you need to put on your goggles, put them on. Don't let anybody else dictate to you or decide to you what makes you feel safe, okay? What makes you feel comfortable. So I'm hoping that Donna gets a good report. I know, she's told us her symptoms, so I'm hoping that she can get something to just go ahead and start to clear that up. And Stefan, we are praying for you as well. Get you some rest, okay? Get you some rest. And guys, make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Again, unless you are on some type of fluid restrictions and the doctor has limited you to certain amounts of fluid, make sure that you try to at least get 6 to 8 glasses of water. Depending on your body weight, you may need more water. You may need 10 glasses. It just depends. So as long as you are not under any type of fluid restrictions health-wise, make sure that you get enough water, okay? Make sure that you get enough water. And if you're doing a lot of sweating, drink your Gatorade, a Powerade, or whatever type of electrolyte replacement that you like, because there are several different types of electrolyte replacements in the stores. So you don't have to just drink those daily or every day, but those days that you know that you've been out there in that heat and you've been sweating a lot, maybe get you a Gatorade. You got to be careful with that because a lot of those drinks have a lot of sugar. Even Gatorade has sugar. So you got to be careful with that. And I know a lot of times people like to drink juice, but you got to be careful with the juice. A lot of times juice, from concentrate or not, has about 35 milligrams of sugar. A woman doesn't need more than 25 milligrams per day. A woman doesn't need more than 25 milligrams per day. So sometimes if you have that cup of juice, you've gotten all the sugar that you need in a day. Besides the piece of candy that you might have had for lunch or you may have for later, or the piece of pie that you may have for dessert. So just be careful, stay hydrated, and just stay cool, y'all. Stay cool. I'm about to get out of here because I was supposed to be on for 30 minutes. It's almost been an hour. And again, just protect your peace, protect your sanity. Get out, move, keep moving. Keep moving. When you move, keep moving consistently and be persistent about it. At least 30 minutes a day. Every day is fine. But for those who have hectic schedules, at least 5 days a week. Okay? If you can't hit 5 and you miss a day or two, at least you've gotten 3, and that is the bare minimum. Okay? That's the bare minimum. So if I missed anybody's comments, I apologize, but after what I saw on here today, I was just like, it was just sad. I'm not addressing or criticizing. I'm just speaking on the fact that you don't know people that you don't know, okay? You don't know people that you don't know. You really don't. And of course, we've all been in that place where we thought we knew somebody because they've been in our chats for however long, and this and that and the other. But these were people who really had communications, communications a lot. So just try to be safe. All right. Like I said yesterday, keep your head on the swivel. Protect your peace. Good night, Vanessa. Thank you for joining the live. Jill says, have a great night, Vanessa. Jill, I didn't know if you were still here. Thank you for still being here. I see Stefan wasn't feeling too good. Donna is about to go and have her throat checked on. So y'all be safe. Again, be safe. And just try to keep your body temperature as normal as possible too. Because like I said, sometimes it's just the drastic switch up in the temperature coming from outside in the morning times. If it's really, really hot where you are, and then your workplace or your work office is really cold. How many of you guys have done that? Gone from a warm temp to a really cold temp, or a really cold place to a really warm place, and you start sneezing. And you start sneezing. And then the next thing you know, later on that day, you still having a sneeze or two. Maybe a little runny nose. So, science says that to catch a cold, you have to encounter the virus. But I am still of the belief that when your body temperature changes quickly like that, some people will get a head cold. They'll get the sniffles. And then sometimes it is about what you touch. So be sure to wash your hands. When you wash your hands, sing the birthday song, okay? Wash your hands for 30 seconds. Get under the nails. Wet your hands first. Get your soap. Lather up. Get under the nails. Do a good clean hand washing, okay? And to do a very thorough one, do it like the surgeons do. Go up the arm a little bit, okay? Up the arm a little bit. Not just the hands, but up the arm a little bit. And to try to help prevent with dry skin, keep you a nice skin moisturizer. Because washing your hands, that's one thing that the C word taught a lot of people too. Washing your hands can make your hands appear older than they are, okay? Vanessa says, thanks, Jill. You too. Jill says, yes, I'm here in bed. Oh, in bed listening. In bed listening. I was about to say in bed. Girl, I'm in the dark. Might need to go put some glasses on, Jill. Jill says, thank you, Miss Vanessa. So yes, wash your hands thoroughly. Get under those nails. Lather up real good. And if you need to, go up the wrist just a little bit. Go up the wrist. I looked down and I was like, wait a minute, what? And the tree it's a lot of light out here, but I was right by a tree. So, and then plus I got the phone down. So just, try to stay safe, y'all. Try to stay hydrated. Again, 6 to 8 cups, depending on what you do. If you work outside, you might need 10 cups. If you weigh a certain weight, you might need 11 cups. It just depends on what you do, okay? If you take certain medications, you might need a little bit more or a little bit less. So again, if you're on fluid restrictions, before just increasing your water, even though it is hot, I know it's hot. If you're on some type of fluid restrictions, check with your primary health care provider, okay? Okay, check with them. And like I've said, I've started to say on here and leave it in my information. Some of the things that I do, some things people have been professionally, clinically trained and taught to do. So be careful with some of the things that you're doing. Motivate each other, but most importantly, motivate yourself. Know your limitations and know your goals. Know your goals. Know your goals. Okay? So, again, we do not assess professionally, clinically, or medically over here. We do not diagnose. We do not treat. We do not do follow-up evaluations. We just give information, the information that works for us. Everyone in the chat is very knowledgeable. You guys are always dropping nuggets. We pick them up. I try to drop some nuggets so you can pick them up, but you really have to be careful with the information that you disseminate across social media, because you never know who will see the information, who will hear the information. So when you disseminate it, make sure that you're disseminating things that you really know, that you've been trained on, maybe even certified and licensed to do. Okay? Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself so that we can do what? Take care of those families. And I know family comes first, but you got to make sure you're getting rest, you're getting exercise, you're eating properly as we can. I know y'all probably saw my Toll House cookies that I threw up there yesterday. I know y'all saw those Toll House cookies that I threw up there yesterday. Cause it was the weekend, okay? It was the weekend. You got to treat yourself. Treat yourself. You got to treat yourself. Make sure that you treat yourself, because if you deprive yourself, now look, if you get to the point where you don't want sweets or you don't want anything that, something to drink that you may not really want to drink, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But if you do still have that desire from time to time to have a piece of chocolate cake, have that chocolate cake. Some people have a cheat day. Have your cheat day. Some people eat right 5 days, and they cheat 2 days. And some people don't really have a cheat day. They just try to focus on eating better. Trying to make it a lifestyle so that they get to the point where they don't have to have a cheat day. And so that's a great thing. Get to the point where you don't have to have a cheat day, because you're eating right overall so much, so when you do want to have a little something or a little bit of sweetness on the side, you don't have to even worry about it, because you know that it's not something that you're gonna go back into. Make sure you don't fall off the wagon. Make sure you don't fall off the wagon, okay? But you guys, again, I was just talking earlier because, like I said, I saw 2 relationships that I think ended today, YouTube ships. I saw a 3rd one that almost ended. Thank goodness it didn't. So one, there was 2 guys. Last I checked, they were done. Who knows? They may be on the thing talking tonight. And hopefully that will be the case. One was the 2 ladies. That one really, really hurt me, because that one I felt like was really, really strong. So, and I know that there was a lot of hurt there. So who knows? They may be talking tonight. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next year, maybe next month. Who knows? And then again, like I said, one was savaged. So thank goodness one was savaged. And that was the one that I saw right before I got off work. So I was like, whew, okay. Okay, somebody ended up happy out of all of that. Out of all of that stuff I saw today, out of all that turmoil, somebody ended up okay. Somebody ended up on the good foot, okay? Somebody ended up on the good foot. So y'all know what time it is. I'm gonna tell you guys, as hard as it is, don't let people bother you. And if they do bother you, find a silly way to deal with it, a petty way to deal with it. Something that'll make you laugh. Even if it doesn't make them laugh, make sure you don't get your blood pressure up. If you see your blood pressure, you feel your blood pressure getting up, find a way to deal with it in a silly way. Okay? If you can. Because again, you can't tell people how to do. I'm just trying to tell you something that maybe it works for me. I ain't gonna even lie, it works to be silly, to be petty. Because it keeps you from getting angry. And I'm not talking about just mad, I'm talking about angry. Because once you become angry, then you start to do things that you know that you will later regret. Okay? You start to do things that you know that you would later regret. And you don't want to do that. I think most people with a conscience don't want to do that. Because the simple fact that you know that you will regret it later means you do have some type of conscience. So get along. And again, like my granddaddy said, if you can't get along, move on. Move on. Just move. Okay, moving is a very important word. Keep moving, y'all. Keep moving. Consistently, when it comes to your body, mind, and soul, consistently, at least 30 minutes each day. 7 days a week is fine, but if you can't do that, 5 days is great. And if you drop a day or two, then you've at least done 3. Okay? And we can't ask for any more than that, right? We can't ask for any more than that. Jill says, I've been laying around all day trying to get me rest. Were you off today, Jill? Were you off work today? Girl, you know what? You did that traveling. You've been trying to get your things together. You did your giveaway. You've been trying to, I know you've been thinking about your poetry contest coming up, or your poetry competition that's coming up. So, and on top of work, then you got the girls. So you probably just needed to get you some good rest. Sometimes that's what it takes, a good long day in bed, just chilling, watching TV, looking at the phone, and doing whatever. I was working from home. Okay, but laying down doing so. Look, that's all right. That's the perk in working from home. That's the perk in working from home. Yep, that's the perk in working from home. I went and worked early today, and thank goodness was able to get off just a little bit earlier. Not really, not by much, but the day went by kind of fast because I was so busy trying to watch and listen to stuff and be nosy. I'm the type of nosy. I don't want to know too much. I just want to know enough to be entertained, and then I hope that the lines don't get crossed. I just want to know enough to be entertained and hope the lines don't get crossed. But I don't want to know enough to be knowing too much and all that kind of stuff. So yes, work from home. That's a perk. Shoot, that's one of the perks from working from home. You get to do things like after the thing, a lot of people got used to working from home. And then, they was loving it then. I'm talking about the bosses, the owners, the CEOs, because they were having lower power bills, lower water bills. They were loving it. And they even said that people were productive. People who tend to work from home are productive. I don't hear that their productivity drops at all. I'm sure that there are some people, but a lot of people that work from home tend to be very productive. But I don't know. It's just something about, I think they started to feel like people were too comfortable. They had too much leisure time by working at home. And I'm like, well, if they're being productive, they can't have that much leisure time. They're getting their work done. The company is still thriving the way it should. Let people work from home. But nope, anytime too many people start to like something, they stop it. They stop it. So too many people started to like working from home. And now you have so many companies trying to get everybody back. So again, don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stress people stress you out. And don't let anybody pull you into their misery lounge, their misery spot, their misery place, their miserable area. If you feel that happening, or if this happened, then you're already there. GYGAG. Grab your grip and go. Okay? Grab your grip and go. Your place might not be happy 100% of the time, but at least you can go back to where you know you. Okay? Okay? Keep your ecosystem normal. Okay? Keep all things balanced. You want equilibrium. Okay? It's kind of like your digestive tract. When it's out of whack, things aren't on track and they're unbalanced, it doesn't feel good. Okay? And so it doesn't feel good mentally either. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live. If you happen to catch the replay, leave in the comments what you think about anything that was discussed. Okay? Let me know, what did you do today for 30 minutes consistently that you're working on. You may not be persistent yet, but you're striving for that, or for whatever goal you have. Because at the end of the day, whether it's to tone up, to lose weight, to become faster, to increase your endurance, your stamina. It's all about your health. Your health is your wealth. Okay. Jill says, good night, everyone. And thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you. See you guys on the next time. On the next Let's Walk and Talk and Lines Pride. Bye, y'all.